to thank our amazing school board members who are unfortunately able to not make it tonight. But thank you for your continued support and commitment to West Valley students. Next, I'd like to thank the administration team here at West Valley High School, Principal Ryan Olby, Assistant Principal Jeff Smith, and the Dean of Students, Lindsay Stinger. West Valley High School is so fortunate to have these three leaders. Thank you for having me. Ryan, thank you for answering my question.
Nope.
Can you hear him at all?
Okay.
Deliver your speech, which I have right here, so if you forgot it, it's okay. I got you back. Okay? They're right here. Deliver your speech, and then Mr. Ryder, our superintendent, is going to be down here on stage. And then air bump, elbow bump, trying to leave air potty. He's got a lot of things planned, so he was practicing that right there. So he's going to do something to congratulate you. We really want to be a part of this night and be up on stage with you guys, which I think is a testament to what kind of guy he is. Okay, so he'll be up here congratulating you, talking to you, and helping you get your report. Please get lost because you're nervous from here to there. Okay? Air traffic report, fire report, exit stage, that one. Okay? Yeah, stage, Lea, what is it? Stage what? Stage right. Okay, stage right.
Would you like me to move this chair?
On the stage, okay, so we're trying to limit our contact as much as possible. On the stage, the whole time tonight, you gotta have your mask on. You cannot take your mask off while you're doing your speech. You gotta have it on. Now, before we begin, I
It's all twisted.
just want to let you know that we have quite a few students who had additional commitments tonight.
Testing.
So they've been moved to the first part of our ceremony in order to fulfill both commitments so that they could be here as well as their other commitments. I tell you this just so you're aware that going through the program is going to kind of be like a scavenger hunt. Okay, you got to kind of sift through it a little bit. Usually it's right in line with our presentation, but we need to accommodate this to make sure that they get both things that they need. Okay, let's go ahead and start tonight. Let's start with the very first honoree, Kennedy Ryder.
Can't hear it.
Huh?
Can't hear it all.
When I cried in your class during the first week of school, I know this is right here. But in all seriousness, you were genuinely not only a great teacher, but a great person as well. The way you burned
They're all the way up.
very
All the way
inspirational,
up.
and all the extra time you put in for your students is truly admirable. I'll always remember the times you let me sit in your room during lunch just so I could write and lose the all.
Very quiet.
Somehow you never got sick of me, and at least I think you're not sick of me yet. I truly appreciate all the extra help and support you gave me, and for that I will always be thankful. Any student is expected to have you as one of their teachers because I'm head. Thank you for not only making me a better student, but a better person. Next, I want to thank my family. They're been such a great support, especially my mom. I'll never be able to thank you enough. Without you, I don't think I would have been able to get through high school. You've always been there for me when I needed a shoulder to cry on, and that was pretty often. And you've always pushed me to do my best and supported me through everything. I'm not only that in high school, but throughout my entire life. You are my greatest inspiration and the hardest working person I know. I know I'll always be able to count on you. I appreciate every single thing you've done for me.
Right there in school boundary.
All of our amazing memories.
Jersey.
Well, not
Or no,
always to be my mom, but my best friend. I know that wherever I end up in life, it's always you. I love you most forever, and I always will.
All right, so Ashley Miller is our very next honoree. She was a late scratch from the ceremony tonight, but for Ashley.
And how is that? Is that streaming out there? That's mine.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend to be Ashley. I have so many people I owe my thanks and gratitude to, such as my family, including my dad, my sister, Jordan, Whitney, and others. However, today, I'd like to specifically thank my mom, Sarah Miller, for always being a shoulder to me. My mom inspires me to help others and work hard and to be thankful for the opportunities I'm given in life by taking full advantage of them as well. She is constantly doing whatever she can to aid me as a young adult and navigating the world around me. I would also like to thank many West Valley community members, and name a few, Mr. Bailey, Mrs. Wilson, and Mr. Stroud. For Howard Gardner once said, "We learn your best when you have something to go out and get great pleasure in being engaged in." And each of these teachers have created an environment where I learned my best through their engagement of material, students, and themselves. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jody Cahilan, or Joe Dog, for always pushing me to be my best learner, leader, and person through my years at West Valley. I will forever cherish each time I talked to the closet where you either told me I'm doing great or that I could be better, and help me work as a team together to reach that better. Thank you for all of the pieces of you that I will forever hold in my heart.
Our next honoree is Alexis Gracelyn.
You can hear the clapping. You're so faint.
To my parents, there is no way I can accurately describe how thankful I am to you both and to consider their presence. For all 4 years of my high school career, you took on many different roles, such as chef, taxi driver, cheerleader, and many more. You were always there to support and encourage me through every decision I made. Any success I have had in school has been the direct result of
We're
the
in
work
those-
ethic
it's not on
you have both displayed so well through each business. I'm so glad
Wait, what about
all of the lessons you have taught me and my
Yeah.
other high school students.
Was I working?
Next, I'd like to
How do you
thank
get audio?
No, they weren't working the other
during my
day.
4 years at West Valley High School, I may have only had one of the teachers for 2 years, but you were always there for me and always the one to say good morning or hello to me as
I
I
thought they were working the other day. I made it all up.
I always know that if I ever come across a problem at school,
That I'm
there
actually
are
not
teachers
sure
that would
because
While I was in your class,
basically
you made
I have
every lesson as fun and engaging.
this here
Even though I did learn
is
about English in your class, I also learned about important life
connected to
skills.
this big board here.
I will always remember you
There's so many chairs.
from one of my least favorite subjects to one of the highlights of my career.
Next honoree is Hannah Schultz.
Okay, so Kevin, this is not on. What?
What's on?
Okay. floor box
I have
inputs.
cluster classes in
So it's like,
laughter and cooking. Taught me how to feed myself in the kitchen, but also in everyday life.
No, I don't actually have research on things. I'm sorry. I mean, so, that apparently didn't do anything.
kind of dear.
All right, our next honoree is the other half of the Schultz clan, Jacob Schultz. To my parents, thank you for everything you've done for me. You pushed me when needed, even when I would push back. You would love me even when I was in the wrong.
Dell, I want you to do me something.
And I also, I didn't write this, but I my mom. My second thank you is to Joe. Even when I'm old and gray, I will never forget the time that you made us run 100 laps for eating free slushies and cookies and coffee and basketball games. For a little while after that, I was scared to even look
After
you in the
this
eye.
speech, you're changing
But after a while, I got to know the great big fathers and ladies that I know. You've always been there for me, as a friend, mentor, and coach, guiding me through my bad days and making the good days better. I'm gonna miss you next year, Joe. Thanks for everything.
Should be good. All right. Nice job, yeah. Our next honoree is Karli.
You want me to turn this off?
Karli.
To my parents, it is difficult for me to put forward the amount of gratitude I have sacrificed to do for today in order to ensure my success. I have been blessed with parents who support me in everything that I do, inside and outside the classroom.
Different speakers out
Thank you
there.
for always waking me up when I slept through my alarm, forwarding emails regarding missing assignments, and always showing
next honoree is Briella Bell.
To Mr. Warren, thank you for answering all of my questions and just being a helpful guide as I navigated through safety biology.
Do you want me to go ask them if
chemistry
you talk about it?
Your class was a refreshing experience for me every day, and your rooted knowledge of the scientific world and various phenomena has always left me in curious awe. To Miss Colston, you are literally so cool, and I only wish
You
I had a
just said
sense
that
of style
makes it
as
static
yours.
out there.
Thank you for being someone I can talk to and for letting me hang out.
But
with
whenever you
after
move that, it
school.
makes it that way.
That hour before practice has been the highlight of my day ever since coming back. I cannot describe how much I will miss you next year, and I am deeply grateful to have had you as an influence.
Okay. Yeah.
To Mr. Schreier, I used to think your class was unnecessarily difficult at times. It was a lot of pressure for me, being a math and science type of person. But by pushing me like you did, you not only helped me discover the depths of what I was capable of, but influenced me to develop a love for English and reading that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And even though I may have cried in your class while trying to write an essay one time, if you didn't push me like you did, I probably would still have no idea how to write a successful essay. I cannot thank you enough. Last but not least, I must thank my parents. You have pushed me to become the best version of myself possible with relentless determination. Though I used to wish you were less strict, your parenting has molded me into the person I am today. Thanks for everything. And to everyone else who has helped me along the way, I cannot thank you enough for believing in me.
Our next honoree is Alex Burger.
To my parents, there's no way to describe how helpful you both have been in my education. You both have always offered to encourage me to enjoy new clubs or activities, and offered guidance when I didn't have all the answers. You both have always been there to remind me of upcoming opportunities and remind me of my goals. And you have always been there to bring a new perspective. Without you both, I could not reach where I am today. For that, I'll always be grateful for your help. To Mr. Nelson, as my former homeroom teacher, your class has always been one that I have looked forward to and belong to. While we haven't had a homeroom class in a year, your presence in the hallways always seems to brighten up my day. I always appreciated all the treats you would bring and that you didn't assign us any homework. Thanks for giving us a fun break from school and for always bringing your humor into everything you do.
He's giving real fist bumps over here. I like it. Nice job, Mr. Arnold. Our next honoree is Kennedy Cargile.
I want to start with my parents. To my dad, for as long as I can remember, I've been a daughter. From weekly gossip sessions on the way to soccer practice to razor riding on the weekends, you have always been my best friend. I think over the course of my lifetime, I can count on one hand the amount of sporting events you have missed. Whether it was soccer, track team, swim team, even C-squad basketball, you were always on the sidelines or in the stands watching me. Your unwavering support has kept me going these past 4 years, and I thank you for that. And to my mother, the woman whose character has given me everything, whether that be something to strive for or someone to pick me up when I am down. Mom, whether you know it or not, I have watched you in wonder all of these years. Your pure drive, hard work, and utter beauty is something to be in awe of. Thank you for being an image of strength and integrity. And lastly, to Tyrone. I think that over the course of the 4 years that I have been at this high school, we have embodied the definition of a love-hate relationship. I don't know if I did more eye-rolling or you did more yelling, but at the end of the day, you wrote out the highs and the lows of my high school career with me. As a coach, you not only pushed me to be the best version of myself as an athlete, but also as a person. I am forever grateful for you.
Our next honoree is Malachi Clark.
My first thank you is to my family, despite all the up and downs, hardships, and headaches I've given you, we have made it this far. My family's constant love and encouragement for me in everything I do is something I can never thank you for enough. Mom, Dad, Danny, you each taught me the value of family and always been my biggest fans. Without you guys, I wouldn't be who I am today and probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Thank you for teaching me the valuable lessons I will take with me moving forward in my future. Thank you guys. And then my next thank you is to the West Valley football coaching staff and then Coach Bacon, Tyrone, and Trek. I cannot thank every coach enough for the help and belief that each of you put in me for the past 4 years. Whether it was my coach Witt, toughing me up in practice by having me get laid out by guys like Connor Whitney, Logan Reeser, and Marshall, or RJ, or it's Vic to this day, still teaching me to get my knees up, linking my stride, and not pound my legs when I'm running. It's been an honor learning from you guys in so many ways. You all taught me that through hard work, I can achieve anything, and this is something that will live with me for the rest of my life. I think Coach Kruger, my freshman football coach, said something that is a testament to the process that it's been. He said, out of all the kids on our freshman football team, I never thought it would have been you to play college football. But it's a testament to the work you put in. Thank you guys.
All right, next up is Stephen Danielson.
So my parents, my appreciation for you guys being my alarm clock every day for the past 13 years is astronomical. Despite the tedious reminders about due dates and upcoming events, it meant the world to have your support for all of my endeavors such as robotics competitions, school projects, and even my job. Without this driving force, I would not have had the courage to do just about anything at school. I hope I can continue to make you guys proud after this chapter of my life. Thank you for everything. To Mr. Bailey, despite most of our class time in English being spent completely off topic, as well as you leaving in the middle of the year on some autonomous ski trip to Japan, our discussions in class opened my eyes to many of our country's issues and are what inspired me to pursue my future career as a photojournalist. Thank you for the lessons that you taught me, whether it be on topic or not, because I've truly found my passion through your teaching. Most importantly, thank you for being a homie, because I love you. Yeah.
These for the live stream.
Our next honoree is Gracelyn Davis.
Put that up there and see if it still has that definition.
I would like to thank my parents first off. To my dad, thank you for always telling me how petty I am towards my friends and humbling my dramatic ways. And to my mom, thank you for learning how to do college all over again with me. And while I cry over an essay that is due the same night, you've always been there. So I love you guys. And I wanted to thank my grandma who's here tonight for always having my back and always supporting me. I don't think I would be here today genuinely here on the stage without you. You have instilled a drive in me since day one, since elementary school, since birth, to always work hard and do my best, and for that I thank you. And lastly, I would like to thank a very special person, my tennis coach and water teacher, Mr. Nelson. Although these past 2 years I've been full-time at Spokane Falls, and I haven't been here at all to say hi to you. You've always been my buddy here at West Valley, and I can always count on you. When my boyfriend broke up with me and you told me I'm too good for him, and on the court you always remind me how to play tennis again when I needed it. You've always heard me. Thank you for everything. I hope you know the impact you've made on not just me, but everyone else here and every student you've ever had. So, thank you.
All right, our next honoree is Lea To my mom, who has been there to support me through the like it. And although I would get undeniably frustrated when she tried to help me, like many teenagers who deny needing help, she was an amazing resource and role model. Whether it was a school project or writing my resume to fit a job I was applying for, she was there to get me through it and help me succeed at anything I wanted to pursue. Thank you, Mom. I love you. To Mrs. Preston. I've had the privilege of having Mrs. Preston as my teacher 3 years out of 4 at West Valley. She's always been a support system for me and helped me expand my offer. She pushed me to go further and give my best, all while being understanding. I will cherish the time I've had in her class forever. I love you, Mrs. Preston, and thank you for everything you've done for me and others.
I don't have a lot of time up here, and there's so many people I'd like to thank, but so first I'd like to thank Mr. Robertson. Having you as a teacher, a host advisor, and our resident school dad has been one of the best parts of my high school career. And I've missed you this whole year, but I'm so happy that you found a job that you really love as a dad. And next I want to thank my forever best friend and the most important person in my life, my mom. There are over 470,000 words in the English language, but still not enough to be able to thank you for all the support and unconditional love you have given me over the past 18 years, 15 days, 3 hours, 14 minutes, and approximately 37 seconds of my life. You have been the most involved person in sports and everything else that matters, almost to a fault. And I've always made me feel like I could do anything I ever put my mind to, as long as I was willing to work for it. You taught me to be kind, hardworking, and positive. I'm not so great at that one. And these are the qualities that have allowed me to be here today, graduating high school with an honor cord, a varsity letter, and 2 sports that I love, and an amazing community of friends and teachers. You're the reason I'm the person who I've always wanted to be, and I'll never have enough words to thank you for the incredible gift of having you as my mom. I love you.
Our next honoree is Trenton Cox.
Hello, everyone. So, I would like to begin with thanking my sisters and my brother-in-law. I would like to thank you for the inescapable support and presence you have given me throughout my life. You have been the backbone of my success. You have built up my motivation and confidence to succeed in a way that is not for you nor anyone else, but for myself. You have been my platform of support throughout my entire life, and your presence within my life will have a lasting impact on the choices I make and the path that I take. You all have been the foundation of who I am as a person, and overall I struggle to think of words on how to express my gratitude when no words seem to make the severity of the impact you both had on me. My way of life these past 4 years have been somewhat unconventional, however I would not change it for a single thing about it. I cannot thank you enough for all that you have done for me, and I love you guys. And now I'd like to thank my English teachers, Ms. Preston, Mr. Shryock, and Ms. Colston. I'd like to thank you for all you have done for me throughout my high school years. You all have not only helped me involve in the English curriculum, but with my knowledge of life as a whole. In every one of my English classes, we not only targeted the unit format for our classes, but most importantly, we all were truly connected to the real world. These invaluable encounters from discussions to debates have drastically affected me and my views, ultimately shifting my perception on the world as a whole. When I began high school, I was extremely single-minded, seeing things as black and white, right and wrong, correct and incorrect. Yet as I began to truly involve myself in these classes, you all presented me with life's most difficult and ambiguous issues, planting the seed of my mental open-mindedness that
next honoree is Mary Catchment.
To my mom and dad, I wanted to thank you because to my dad, thank you for your steady hand, for making me smile, and for making me breakfast every morning. And to my mom, thank you for being my closest confidant, for taking me on adventures all around the country and all around the world. And thank you for being my sister. I am so grateful for all that you guys have done for me, and I appreciate the unconditional love and support that you have provided for me. To Miss Carli, you have been my teacher for 3 years now, and I'm so grateful for that. I appreciate the dedication that you have to teaching me and all of the other students, and I'm so grateful for the experiences that I gained. I look forward to being able to see you every day in class, and I love getting to talk with you. I have always felt confident in knowing that I have you as my support system while I'm at school. Thank you for being so great, Miss Carli. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Esther.
Last year, I moved here from U High, and let me tell you, there was a big difference with West Valley being less than half the population of U High. I learned quickly that West Valley was a tighter-knit community that puts focus on nearly everybody. Tyrone was one staff member that really made an impact on me. He put effort into knowing me and helping me increase those basketball skills. He made me feel welcome and supported, and I just want to say thank you. And then to my family and friends, the best examples I have were from the people closest to me. Whether a good example or bad, it shaped me into the person who is standing before you today. If I had the time, I would look up a pretty good list of everyone and everything that I'm grateful for. But unfortunately, I can't. So, for the people who are here with me this evening, thank you for teaching me that it's all right to be myself and to aim to continue to better myself in the future.
Our next honoree is Lea McGlothlen.
To Mr. Schreier. I remember a day where I was in your class, and I had just had a few hard things happen in the previous period. I walked in, sat down, and you came up to me asking me if I was okay, not knowing what had happened. I said yes with a big smile, but you continued to ask. I reassured you that I was fine, and then when you said the classic, "Let's go home," I started to tear up, and the rest is history. This is just one example of the support and encouragement I received from you over the past few years, and you have helped me get through some of the lowest points of my life. I will forever be thankful. To Mr. Smith, until this day, my oldest sheet of math. So I had big standards coming into high school, even with you as my vice principal and not my teacher. You lived up to those expectations, to say the least. Over the past 2 years, you have been a crucial asset to my growth of awareness in my community and have helped me learn the best way to approach change. Last February, when I interacted with multiple staff members about my proposal for the translation headphones for ELL students, you were the only one that not only loved the idea, but fully supported me and helped me put my plan into action. So thank you for seeing that as a 16-year-old in high school at the time, I could do it. I'm very grateful. To Dell, this one's a little different. Sorry. So sorry. I messed up. I'm a crier. This world will know you. No, they already do. The world knows you not by, The world knows you not only by the tremendous impact you've had on me, but hundreds of students who came before me, whose lives you have saved. You have inspired me to help others, such as ALS students. You carry a banner of patience and integrity. I want to thank you for truly seeing something in me and believing in me since my freshman year, at times when I didn't believe in myself. You seize every single day, and I will tell my grandkids about you someday. 4 words sum up these 4 years, as well as your future endeavors. I got your back. To my sisters, thank you for all your support and love throughout my whole life, not just these 4 years. And to my mom and dad. With 3 older sisters who left big footprints to fill, you helped me step into my own path, rather than attempting to build theirs. You've taught me that despite my career and academic goals that I strive for, I must be a kind, compassionate individual. Even when you guys are hurting, you manage to remain a source of stability and support for your girls, pushing us to be the best version of ourselves and always being proud of us. I may be transforming into another phase of my life, but I will always be your little seagull. Thank you for your endless love and selflessness. I love you most.
Our next honoree is Macy McPhee.
To my parents, thank you for being my main source of motivation throughout these last 4 years of high school. Not only that, but being my Uber to and from practices and games, coming to support me in sports no matter how far. Dad was always there with Krispy Kreme for the team to get us through a 2.5-hour bus ride back from Clarkston, and for helping me balance my outside activities with everything else I had going on. I could not thank you enough for all that you've done for me. And to Mr. Robertson, I want to start by saying that just seeing you in this room tonight has pretty much made my year. I know BI would have been a blast, but we could not be more happy for you and the new role you play at Spokane Valley. I feel like you will never get enough credit for all of the time you've been into OSA. From freshman year, From freshman year, when all of us seniors joined the first meeting, to finally getting to a point where we could compete, it was the highlight of my high school career to sit in your class at lunch and talk about our plans for the club and use that sketchy microwave of yours. But seriously, you have done so much for me, and I'm so grateful I was able to have you as a teacher, so thank you for everything.
Our next honoree is Heather Penniman.
I would like to thank both of my parents for the exponential help they've given me throughout the years of being in West Valley. The countless times and encouragement and reassurance they've given me for my academic work was immense. To my dad, who always supported me through my softball journey, and the countless nights after work he popped for me at pitching practice, I can't say enough how grateful I am for my dad. Being in Running Start has brought some challenges, but without my mom supporting me and revising some of my work, I wouldn't be here today. I would also like to thank Mrs. Perry, who has been a great influence on me since 7th grade year as being her TA. Mrs. Perry and I have always kept in touch throughout the years, and I'm so thankful we did so. She has always been a grandma figure to me and showed me a better understanding of the world of art. She has with the amount of encouragement that she is giving me for my future plans outside of the high school, I could not be more thankful. I'm so glad to be able to be your TA in middle school. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Our next honoree is Karli Petruso.
Hi, everybody. So we were told to cut this speech down to 100 words or less, but if you know me, I'm a talker. So I'm very sorry to make you sit through a little bit extra, but I thought that there was no way I could only thank one teacher, because the two who put this on tonight had some of his biggest impact on me. First off, Mr. Shryock. From the start of freshman year, you pushed me in a way I had never been academically pushed before. I'm grateful for the confidence and urge to exceed expectations that you embedded in me. No matter the mood I was in, you always gave it to me straight and never gave me a score I didn't deserve. Even if it meant a D on an essay that I definitely gave you the silent treatment for. Thank you for everything you've taught me and for being there on the hardest of days. Also, I know that you know you'll never have another student that can crush a dance battle like I can. Next up, Mrs. Gracelyn. Girl, I can't thank you enough for this year, even though it was a tough one. You helped me find my courage and helped me write a college essay that I was more than proud of. You're a prime example of a teacher who I will remember for years to come. Thank you for your grace, your love, and overall confidence in me. Also, just so you know, I'll definitely be texting you for book recommendations for years to come. Okay, Mr. Marlowe. I'm gonna be honest, when I first met you sophomore year, I for sure thought you had lost your marbles. And if we're being honest, I still think it's a little true. However, you never failed to make a bad day good again and bring a smile to my face, even if sometimes your dad jokes aren't always on par. You've helped me find a love for a sport I honestly thought I'd never be interested in, and taught me to authentically be myself, even if it means embracing the things I struggle with most. Thank you for being one of my biggest role models and another father figure in my life. I will forever remember the laughs, the Frito burritos, Taco Bell slushies, and the nickname Alita the Battle Angel. Finally, to my mom and dad. I don't feel there's a way to thank you guys enough for the past 18 years. Throughout the countless ups and downs, you guys have always had my back. You pushed me to be the very best version of myself. There were many times throughout the past 4 years where I would come up to one of you on the verge of giving up. Instead of letting me fall when things got hard, you taught me how to overcome mountains, even if sometimes they presented themselves as hills. You've both created a way of living that I aspire to achieve one day. Thank you again for raising me to be the person I am today. I love you guys.
Our next honoree is Emma Bryce.
Hi everyone. First I want to thank my mom and dad. Thank you for all you have done for me my whole life, especially these last 4 years. Mom, I'm so proud to be your daughter, and I would not be there where I am today without your love and support. I know you are always there for me whenever I need anything at all, and I want you to know that you mean the world to me. Dad, I have always looked up to you because of your dedication and work ethic in anything you do. Because of you, I'm inspired to have great aspirations in life. Thank you both for have spent countless hours driving me to countless sporting events and school activities. That is until I became Tommy's personal Uber driver. I'm so proud to call you both my parents and my biggest role models. To Vic, ever since I became a part of the track program here, I've always loved coming to practices and meets. Your positive attitude and uplifting presence have always motivated me to become better. Whenever I was down about my performance, you were always there to give me advice and words of encouragement. I'm so grateful I've got to spend the last 4 years competing under one of the best coaches.
I want to thank you for all you have done for me, and I will miss doing track for West Valley. Go Eagles. And last, I want to thank Tyrone. You've had such a big impact on my high school career, and I don't think I would be where I am today without your support. You always put a smile on my face, and I will miss you a lot next year. The next honoree is Ashley Ryan.
To my mom, you have always been there for me, supporting me in my academic journey and just my general stumble through life. I don't know how I would have made it to where I am today without you. You have always made it apparent that you were proud of me, and much to my embarrassment, told everyone every little detail about my most recent accomplishment. While I have always groaned and rolled my eyes at these moments, it has always pushed me to try even harder. I love you so much. Thank you for helping me keep going with your overwhelming faith and encouragement. And then to thank you to Mr. Groshoff. Thank you for always helping me laugh and feel supported in my academic endeavors. I couldn't have asked for a better high school advisor. You always made boring work and hard choices fun and interesting. There was never a dull moment in our advising period, and I will always remember those times. They were simultaneously the most chaotic and most hilarious times ever. You really helped me grow and learn as a student, to work hard and focus on my future while also having a good time and not taking myself too seriously.
Our next honoree is Daisy Williams.
I'm going to start with my parents, so hopefully I don't cry too much by the end. To my parents, you may have not always been together, but together you raised what I think to be as a pretty wonderful girl. Through these years, both of you have impacted the way I live and who I've become in more ways than I can count. Through the countless late night study sessions and way too many crying and comfort sessions at late nights, both of you made not only graduating possible, but going to college and becoming a young woman both of you are very proud of. I can't thank both of you in 100 words or less. That would be impossible. For now, this will do. I love you both dearly, and I'm so thankful for you supporting me in ways. And too many college path changes, too many college changes, and last moment college switches. I already said that well. And for being great parents. Thank you, and I love you so much. And then to Robertson, you have made what probably is one of the most stressful times in my life, knock on wood, worth it. Not only have you shown me why I love science, but you showed me how to appreciate the work behind what I do. You made me believe that I can do anything I put my mind to. You encouraged and cheered me up when I was stressed about making hosted presentations and trying to cram that essay in for Shylock's class while making sure I still enjoyed high school. Thank you for being a teacher I can think back on when people ask me who impacted my life and for my career. Not only have you shown me a love and appreciation for science, but you also played a huge role in my life. And for that, I'm immensely grateful. Thank you.
Our last honoree tonight is Sophia Witt.
To my mother and father, I cannot express how thankful I am for being blessed enough to have you in my life. I could not ask for anything more. You have pushed me to do great things and have been there when I have fallen, helping me to get back on my feet and moving forward again. Without you, I would not be who I am today. You have always been there for me, and I will forever be thankful for having such an amazing family. To Miss Placencia, whenever I entered your classroom, I always felt at home, especially with all the kind smiles and delicious food you would always share with us. You made classes fun and made my freshman year of high school the best it could have possibly been. You also helped me grow and become a more outgoing person, more confident in my abilities than I had been before. I will always remember your kind words, encouragement, and lovely speaking. Thank you.
All right, hi. I'm Christine Colston. Just in case you guys didn't know, I'm an English teacher here and the co-advisor to NHS. I wanted to thank you again for being here tonight to celebrate these incredible students. It has been a crazy year, but we are so excited to get to have this event and recognize the hard work and dedication each and every one of these students have put into their academics the past 4 years. We have one more act in our program tonight before we send you home. I have the great privilege of introducing our guest speaker. Amber Setti is a very recent graduate of West Valley High School. I worked with Amber in many different capacities, SB, leadership, and NHS, which she was president of during her senior year. I was lucky enough to also be one of Amber's English teachers. I think all of Amber's teachers felt this way, lucky to have her as a student. She's smart, wise, and so funny, but most of all, she's authentic and real. Amber is in a season of life that many of you are about to step into. She just finished her freshman year at Gonzaga University. I know Amber has embraced the uncertainty and challenges of this unprecedented year as she navigates choosing a major and stepping into new roles at GU. I also know she will have something insightful and inspiring to share with you, place in your pocket as you step into this next season of service. So without further ado, come on out, Amber.
Hi everyone. When Mr. Shylock reached out to ask if I would be here tonight, I'm pretty sure I did not even read the whole email before I responded with a yes and way too many exclamation points. I love this school and I love the people that fill this school, so it is truly an honor to be here tonight. I'm here to talk to you about one of my all-time favorite 4-letter words. Hope. Had you there for a second, didn't I? No? Okay. Anyway, let me start off by saying I'm not so sure if there's anything outstanding that makes me qualified to speak to you all here tonight. At the wise old age of 19, there are a lot of things that I don't know. In fact, the older I get, the more I realize just how much I have to learn. That said, the things I do know, I know wholeheartedly. I have confidence in my small but growing bank of knowledge. From these things that I know, I want to share a few with you tonight, both guests and students, because no matter where you are on this journey of life, there's always more to learn. Number 1 on the list of things I know about hope. Hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. When something is deferred, it means that it's postponed for a later time. From delayed or canceled sports seasons to a non-existent homecoming and an extremely different kind of prom. To classes that weren't in person until February and graduation in a baseball stadium. This past year or so has been filled with hope deferred. I want you first to know that I see you. I see your sadness and grief over a senior year unlike anyone could have imagined. I want to validate you. This is not fair. The way this school year went down is not fair. And if anyone told you to simply buck up and get over it, I'm sincerely sorry. Because you're allowed to grieve the loss of the senior year you dreamed of. I know there were many times throughout this year when you were filled with hopelessness. Uh-oh. We got microphones falling, people. All right. I know there were many times throughout this year when you were filled with hopelessness. I am so proud of you for pushing through. I'm friends with many of you sitting here tonight, and that is how I know that time after time, you continue to show up with a positive and grateful attitude. Not everyone in this world is so resilient, and so believe me when I say, I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. Just now, you may be starting to see the light. With the semi-normal end of the school year, summer just around the corner, and your post-secondary plans, whether that be college or any other new adventure, staring you square in the face, you may once again be filled with a sense of hope. And I want you to be. This time of your life is supposed to be exciting and terrifying at the same time. So as you transition out of high school, I want you to understand one more piece of knowledge that I am confident in. You were created for a purpose. You have the ability to impact the lives of others, whether it be through your friendly and encouraging personality, the talents and gifts you possess, or the situations you have walked through that will help you better relate to others. You have something to give that no one else can offer. Here's the deal. Right now, in terms of the pandemic, things are looking up. You already know this. States are starting to loosen restrictions and businesses are starting to reopen. There's a very high chance that no matter where you find yourself next fall, there will be a sense of normalcy. It's likely that if you're headed to college, classes will be in person and masks won't be required. Yay! This is the hope that we have to hold on to regarding COVID-19. Unfortunately, however, throughout your life, you will feel a sense of hopelessness again. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but college, if that's where you're headed, is full of challenges that can leave you with an overwhelming sense of despair. Hopelessness is not something we can avoid. It is, however, something we can cure. So, what do you do when once again, life leaves you hopeless? Number one, you acknowledge that hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. You work to actively replace your hopelessness for hope. Number two, you remind yourself that you were created for a purpose, that no matter what circumstances you face, there is a reason that you are here, and you have a destiny to fulfill. The next things I have for you in terms of restoring hope are pieces of advice that, though I didn't have time to expand on tonight, I believe are incredibly important. Once again, pieces of wisdom I have gleaned from my many years of experience on this earth. Again, what do you do when you feel a sense of hopelessness? Number three, you lean into community. I cannot emphasize this enough. Find a positive community and stay in it. Connection is good for the soul, and people are the best medicine for hopelessness. The meaningful relationships you build in this life will carry you through more than you ever thought possible. And finally, number four, input hope into your life. Be intentional about the things you are watching, the people you surround yourself with, and where you are spending your time. Trust me, I know it's a lot easier said than done, because I too, just like every other 10 to 25-year-old, have an addiction to my phone. But believe me when I say, when your hope is lost, social media is not the place you should look to find it. As you leave West Valley and go out into other areas of the world, remember this. Anchor your hope in steadfast faith. Faith that you have a purpose. I leave you with this. In life, there is so much hope. No matter what circumstances you face, no matter what anyone tries to tell you, hope never runs out. And it's there for you if you be so bold as to take it. Congratulations to the 2021 Honor Cord recipients. It is such an honor to see you all earn a cord. Thank you.
All right, congratulations again, seniors. I'm gonna ask that you come up on stage here for one group photo. Moms, dads, this is your chance to take that picture, okay? So all the honorees, if you could come up on stage. I don't necessarily care how you get here, but keep your mask on. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's give them another round of applause.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. You guys are good to go. Okay? Thank you.